Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with another review. Today we're going to have a look at the McFarlane Spawn Dark Ages, the Samurai Wars. We have the JYAAKU, the Nightmare figure. It released back in 2001. It comes in this nice box as you can see right here. Now let me show you a closer look on the box. You can see right here the Spawn logo and down here, series 19. Ultra Action figure is one of the largest boxes of this collection. Down at the top you can see the McFarlane logo. And here is the figure inside. On the side you can see this nice image of one of his heads, which I think looks really nice. And on the other we have another one on the other side, JYAAKU the Nightmare right here, deluxe box figure. So it's bigger than the other figures of this line. This one was like a deluxe version. So and here you can see the other figures of the line, which I was not really interested in getting back then, so I'm not interested to get them now also. I was only wanted this three-headed dragon warrior figure, which looks gorgeous, I can say, like a samurai three-headed dragon warrior. Let's waste no time and open this figure out of the box to see how it looks. Inside the box was coming inside with this thing right here that shows you that all the three dragon eggs bend to create different poses. Heads rotate, move up and down and left and right, and also the tail bends to create different poses. So yeah, this is just something like infos. And here we have the figure. As you can see, this one looks massive. Now let's waste no time and have a closer look to this one. It says that the tail is bendable, but right, so you can try, move the tail like that and give it different poses. It also has this nice cool looking spikes in the end with some kind of face right here on the tail, I believe. Really interesting looking. I like the paint job on this one. Of course it's a samurai dragon, so he had to have some accessory right here on his tail. Gorgeous, really nice looking. And you can see right here the armor that continues from the tail that goes all the way up until his back. It also has this kind of ropes like samurais used to. And also they say that the necks are rotatable, so you can also twist them like that. I can't say that they have really crazy, bendable necks, but yeah, it looks very stiff. You can only try mess with it a little bit. I don't want to squeeze it too much and break anything, but overall this is it. It doesn't have that much of rotation as you can think. So as far as the articulation goes, unfortunately you can't open and close the mouths of the heads, but you can move the head upwards like that, downwards like this, all of them basically, because they have this on the back. As you can have on day, they have this thing right here that you can actually help you pose it, but only like this. You can't turn the head left or right, only if you make it with the neck to turn around, otherwise it stays like this. So yeah, you can rotate the necks from this part of the base right here, like I said, and go all the way left or right, however you like. It's up to you. You can rotate the arms like that a little bit, 360, but not too much because it has this armor plate right here that stops the arm from moving. But basically this figure is like a one pose figure, I can say. You can't make too many extreme poses with this one. So yeah, you can rotate this part right here. Basically you can rotate the elbow because it has this soft plastic right here that you can see that the elbow rotates like up and down, and you can also rotate the elbow 360, so whatever fits to you. And you also can rotate the wrist like that, the same on the other hand as well. You can rotate the wrist like that, 360. You can rotate the elbows, and on this elbow actually you can't turn them around, only you can move the elbow like that. You can't turn around the elbow 360 like this one right here, that you can twist it like this. This one only makes this movement, unfortunately, but you can also turn around the arm like that, 360. It has something like a ball jointed arm. You can rotate also the waist like that, 360, but something that I wouldn't recommend you because you don't want to risk breaking something. And here as the legs goes, you can see how the legs look underneath. You can move them up and downwards like that, and try to have him stand on his 2 feet, which is something really hard for him to do, I believe. But yeah, you can rotate the knees like here, and also this, but it's like having 2 knees, one knee right here and another part right here, so you can rotate like this and this one like that. And of course you can rotate the ankle upwards and downwards, the same on this part of the leg as well. This is as far as articulation goes. Now as far as the details go on the figure, oh, right here you can see the McFarlane logo. McFarlane Toys, made in China, 2001. So you can actually understand that this is very old figure. It still has some really nice and decent paint job, I can say, like this bluish coloration that they use for some parts of it. Unfortunately, this part stays flying like this for some reason. I would prefer if it was more down, but since it is like this, it's like forcing you to have this leg like this. It has some really nice, cool armor right here on his knees, with like a face of a creature, and here another one, which actually, if you move the legs, it's like having this face of a mouth, like a chicken or a bird or something. At least this is what it kind of reminds me. And every time you move the knee, it's like opening and closing his beak, and these are supposed to be his tongue. So yeah, that's really interesting. It also has this nice big spikes right here on the behind part of his legs, and some nice cool Japanese armor all over his legs, right here also, as you can see, and also on the other arm as well. It also has kind of some armor on his nails right here, something which on the other arm, on the other nails does not. So this one is more protected leg. It also has the yin yang symbol right here, some nice cool designs. Fantastic. I mean, McFarlane really did a decent job with these figures back then. Imagine this is a 2001 figure. It also has this nice protected right here armor on his leg. You can see this bluish and grayish coloration. Very Japanese looking dragon, I would say, like a samurai. Of course, supposed to be a samurai dragon, so I think McFarlane really nailed it with this one. It also has another kind of face right here on his chest, maybe like a dragonish face, and it also has this cobra on the top of it. Really unique. And the elbow has this nice interesting protection also, which I'm not so sure exactly what it is. It looks like a moth or something, but I'm not so sure, or a mini dragon. Oh, it's a gargoyle. I think it's something like a gargoyle if you turn it around like this. Yeah, really interesting looking. You can see some nice armors right here on his arms. Some nice designs right here. You can see a skull right here, a demon skull. I mean, this figure has tons of details on it. A lot of things going on his armor right here. It has so many details on it. Some nice skulls right here on the other shoulder part. And here it also looks like it's like a face or something with this thing. Yeah, a lot of details on this figure, guys. I mean, it's really nice. It's really a really interesting looking dragon, You can use it on some dioramas with samurais, all of these samurais. If you have a lot of samurai figures, you can have them all together trying to beat this one, like a samurai dragon god, something like that. The faces look gorgeous. I mean, they also have some nice details on them as well. On this one, and each one of these are different. I mean, take a look on this one. Let's start with the left one. So this one has one eye. You can see one eye right here. The other one is covered with these eye pads. So I assume he lost it on a battle. That's why he carries this armor on it. The paint job is gorgeous also on this figure. I like this soft plastic armor that they use on the necks. No, now the other one is like this. It has the mouth closed, while this one was a little bit open. So he has two of his eyes, as you can see. And next is this one, which has the mouth wide open. So we have one mouth closed, one almost half open, and one wide open. And this one has both of his eyes basically. And you can see the tongue inside on this one. fantastic. Very nice dragonist, classic dragonist tongue, I would say. Overall, I can say this figure is really nice. It has a tons of details in it. It looks really nice on the eye, but unfortunately, it has some big letdowns, which is it has limited, like even though it has all of these articulations, basically still are limited because like a one pose figure, you can't have too many poses with this figure, and it's very hard to have him standing on his 2 feet. And this part right here is actually really fragile, you can see right here that it opens really like this, which is you have to worry about. I don't want to have to worry about breaking or anything. The same on the other part right here. So yeah, and the tail, even though it has this small articulation, bendy wire inside, even if you try to make these movements, it's still, because it's inside this plastic, it turns around, and it's really hard to have here the way that you want to be posed. Yeah, so really nice figure overall, but the articulations is like that they can't. It's basically like a statue and less than an action figure. It has these articulations that you can't use them, unfortunately. On this part of the box, you can see some nice cool infos about JYAAKU, the nightmare. In case you are interested, you can pause the video and have a look on yourself. So this was, guys, the McFarlane Spawn, the Samurai Wars JYAAKU, the nightmare three-headed samurai dragon figure, series 19. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it and I helped you out. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.